Is it possible to run 500 miles in one summer? Well, this summer I attempted to do so, documenting every single week of training just to see how much my fitness can improve by the end of the summer. In the last video, I ran a 5K time trial to measure my fitness, and I ran a minute and a half slower than my PR, which meant there was work to do. I finished the first week with 28 out of 500 miles done, which is an okay start. So in this video, me and my brother are ramping up the miles while visiting family in Oregon and using it as an opportunity to get training done in a different place. But right now we're still on the East Coast, about to suffer through one final oppressively humid run.
Morning, guys.
So today we're running 5 miles. Made it down to our aunt's house. It's our stopover. Today we're leaving. We're gonna fly to Oregon. So then we did some stretching before leaving on our final East Coast run. We also had to quickly snag the crown on a Strava segment before getting sprayed by a sprinkler. And then we ran on this path over to the river trail. The first mile, I was enjoying myself quite a bit, at least until we ran by the wastewater treatment plant. But after we passed it, everything seemed to be going just fine. And then out of nowhere, the trail stopped. Just ends right here. But it goes the other direction, so we'll just head back and jog down that way a little bit. Man, I forget how much summer training just gets you gassed. There's like no reason for it. So we took this as an opportunity to catch a breather before we headed back towards the house. On the way back, we managed to make it about 4 miles before realizing we're a little bit lost, just a little bit. We haven't quite been here yet, so we're gonna try to find our way back. Yeah, so not 100% sure how that happened, but we eventually found the right path, and then as we started going up this small hill, I realized I am absolutely cooked. I could barely breathe going up this hill, and I would like to think that it was just the extreme humidity, but it was probably due to the fact that I was very out of shape. So I eventually finished the run feeling horrible, but still alive. So bad, I don't know why. So after showering, we went to a cool running shop and got lunch.
Lunchtime, maybe.
I got a margarita pizza. Before hopping in the car and driving to the airport.
Hey guys, we just made it to the airport. Gotta go through security.
Yep, pretty much. And now we're going through security, which I find to be a stressful process because I swear they're always telling me contradicting instructions like, keep your laptop in your bag, it needs to be in a separate compartment. Like, what? And so as you can see here, my stuff had to go through a separate time because I left my laptop in my bag. Anyways, we still had plenty of time to catch our flight, so it wasn't a big deal. We chillin', boys, we made it through. Okay, now we had the gate A24. Tragically, our gate was all the way out in Timbuktu, so we had to walk quite a ways. I guess it's gonna be on the plane for sure. We did eventually make it, and then the plane took off and flew us to our stopover at Midway Airport. This was actually quite stressful for many reasons, but that's a long story, so I won't get into it. We then flew the final 5-hour flight all the way to Portland, which was incredibly tiring, but then finally at about 5 a.m. East Coast time, we made it to the farm. Alright guys, it took us a while, but we made it. It's like 5 a.m. our time, but like 2 a.m. here in Portland. I'm pretty tired, I'm gonna hit the hay. I don't know how long I'll be asleep for. We'll see. So now it's time for day 2. It's day 2 now. We're going to run out. Alright, we're outside now. How epic is this? Yeah, it's sick view. Yeah, so because last night when we got to the farm we couldn't see anything, this was a pretty awesome sight. After admiring the sights, we got started and immediately saw this. My camera shots don't really do it justice because it looked a lot cooler in person, but nonetheless, we continued on our run. The next couple miles were really exciting and fun as we continued to explore the new area. And then we reached the end of the road at 2.3 miles, which does not bode well for my 8-mile run on Monday. We turned around and came all the way back, thankfully without any issues, and finished our 5-mile run at the house. Alright boys, we're done. 5 miles is so beautiful. It's a lot better than yesterday. It's a lot cooler here in Oregon, so that's nice. We then decided to play some basketball, which just really shows why I run. Afterwards, we showered and got ready for the day, then went out and explored. But by 10 o'clock, I was wiped, so I hit the hay in preparation for tomorrow's run. It's bedtime. See you in the morning. Good morning, guys. It's, like 9 o'clock right now. We're about to go on a run now.
There's a goat over there. It's the greatest of all time.
So the plan for today's run was as follows. First, we go on a 2-mile run as a warm-up. Then we all outrun this downhill mile segment that we found and try to get the current record on it. Lastly, we hobble through a cooldown to get to 5 miles total for the day. We're almost to the start of the segment. It's kind of chilly out there, so alright guys, we're about to start. Hopefully it won't be too difficult. Well, those are famous last words to say the least. And after we did a stride, it was time to get moving. Alright, we're about to start. 3, 2, go. Also, by the way, I'm trying to hit 10,000 subscribers this year, and right now I'm nowhere near that, so subscribing would be very helpful. Thank you. Now, this is a Strava segment, but the course for it was actually quite nice, as I had a perfect slope for the first 3rd mile, and the rest of it was a slight downhill. This made us go way faster than we thought we would, and I ended up running a 4:44 mile, which was bonkers for being as out of shape as I was. 4:44, just barely got me there. Oh my gosh. Well, we're gonna finish up. Hopefully make it to the end. This is really good news for
5K next weekend.
So yeah, this is probably a good time to mention that we signed up for a 4th of July 5K next weekend, which is going to be in the next episode, and the goal is to race 17 minutes.
Alright guys, we are done and back at the house. They gave me second place on the segment, and it says I was like 30 seconds behind Josh. So now I'm gonna take a shower, and then I don't know.
Then I showered, and I honestly do not remember what we did for most of that day, and this was the only photo that I took, so yeah. I do know that before we went to bed, I finished off my 100 push-ups for the day, which is part of a challenge I was doing.
It's the end of day 3, so it's me getting on day 4. When it is, it's like 9 o'clock right now. Gotta go on a run. Woke up like 10 minutes ago, so I'm a little tired, but...
Now the plan for today's run was super simple, run 5 miles. However, our aunt and uncle's house that we were staying at had this beautiful trail around their property, and since me and Josh wanted to change the scenery, we decided to go check it out. The trail itself is a little rough, at least for running, but it is really pretty and I enjoyed it. It also runs along this river, so we stopped once or twice to look at it. Also, while running, I swear I almost twisted my ankle like 5 times, but we eventually made it out of the woods without any injuries.
Alright guys, we finished running the trail. Now we're on the road. We're about 2 miles. Only 3 left.
The rest of the run went by fairly quickly, and before I knew it, I had finished all 5 miles.
Alright guys, we just finished 5 miles. Felt pretty good. So now we're gonna eat breakfast and shower. Alright guys, it's 9:44. We're about to go to arcade and then get some ice cream and then go maybe to the mall. We'll see. Already ate breakfast and showered and stuff, so
yeah, finally on day 4, I actually got some footage of the day, but it was 2 clips. One of them being the arcade, and the other one was our uncle teaching us how to drive a manual, which, let me tell you, was something else. But then it was time for...
Good morning guys, it's like 6:52 right now. I'm about to go on a run. I'm pretty tired. Alright, right now I'm just doing laps on this little road, waiting for Josh to come out. He's taking forever. Okay, well, it turned out I didn't need to wait for him at all. He didn't want to do flips, and I kind of did.
So yeah, just a 5-mile solo run today, which was a nice change of pace.
Okay, loop done. Now I'm ready to go finish on the roads.
The rest of the run was on the roads because I was bored of the trail loop.
3 miles in, 2 to go.
Besides the ominous looking clouds, nothing else really happened on the run.
Alright guys, run completed. Felt pretty good today. Now I'm gonna hop in the shower.
Okay, on day 5 we went to Seattle, which was awesome, but I was sadly slacking off and got almost no footage. However, I did get this video. Once we got back, I went to bed, and then it was...
Good morning guys, it's 9 o'clock, I'm gonna leave. I think I'm gonna do just like a short tempo today, like 2 miles. Should be pretty easy. It's sunny today, which is really nice. It hasn't been sunny in like 3 or 4 days, so it'll be fun today.
Now this was the only footage from day 6's run because my camera ran out of storage right after recording this. I also have no idea what happened the rest of the day, and day 7 was a rest day, so now it's time for the most intense day yet.
Today, I'm gonna run 8 miles. Trying to hit 35 miles this week. Might be rough, but we'll have to see. So now I've started on the longest run of the summer so far, a full 8 miles. During the season, this is my daily mileage, but I'm far enough out of shape that this was gonna be a challenge.
The first mile was a smooth 7:31, but the next 7 miles were still looming over my head.
Just hit mile 2, quarter of the way there.
Thankfully, it wasn't long until I hit mile 2 in a much quicker 7:13. The next couple miles actually felt like they took forever, and since I had already run the entire length of the road twice, I was ready to be done.
Alright guys, 7 miles in, 1 mile left. Feeling tired, but good. Finish it up.
The last mile thankfully went by fairly quickly, and before I knew it, I was finishing the run.
Well, that's 8 miles completed. Let me go inside, take a shower, and eat breakfast.
So then I went inside, took a shower, and ate breakfast. But I sadly have no footage from the rest of the day, so that means it's now...
Alright guys, good morning. Today is my last day here, tragically, so tomorrow morning we'll leave. But I'm gonna do like a 3-mile tempo today. We're gonna try to go like 5:55 average, but we'll have to see.
As I just stated, the goal for today's run was to run a 3-mile tempo at about 5:55 per mile pace. But first, I did a 2-mile warm-up to get the legs ready.
Alright, warm-up complete. Felt a little gassed, but hopefully I'll feel fine as soon as I start. 3, 2, 1.
As soon as I started, I felt pretty good. I came through the first mile in 6:01 and continued to feel good, splitting a 5:52 second mile. But the first 2 miles were downhill, and once I turned around, things got a lot harder. I ended up finishing with a 6:04 third mile to get a 3-mile average of 5:59.
Alright guys, just finished. Super gassed. I didn't pull out the camera again. Just glad I finished. And I got 2 mile cooldowns, so gotta do that.
So then I ran 2 miles for my cooldown.
Alright guys, just finished. That was kind of rough, but we go inside, get ready for the day. I'll see you guys in a minute.
Okay, so while I get a bowl of cereal, here are the day's plans. First, we're gonna go to a vineyard and get some milkshakes. Then later this evening, we're gonna go play some basketball. Also, throughout the entire video, I've barely gotten any footage of the day after the run, but on the very last day of the trip, I actually got some footage.
Alright guys, just finished breakfast. Now we're gonna do something I don't know.
Well, we went to the vineyard and Josh helped point out some apples. I'm not really sure why. Then we got some milkshakes before leaving. I also have no footage from basketball or anything after that, which is kind of tragic, but that means that it's now
Alright guys, good morning. Just woke up a couple minutes ago. Gotta leave. It's been pretty awesome here so far.
So then we left and our uncle drove us to the airport. We flew to the great state of Utah, where we will be for the next episode, and hopefully where we hit the first 100 miles run this summer. I'm also finishing out this episode with 73 miles done, only 427 left.